I must do everything for my boyfriend. My boyfriend makes me send him daily good morning, good night, sexy pics, hang out every day, not have male friends. Sometimes I am exhausted. If I forget to send goodnight for one or more days, he'll accuse me of not loving me. Last week I went to my parents, and when we reunited, he threw a childish fit. His words, not mine. He apologized for it after. We called every day during this week when I stayed with my parents. I feel like it's never enough to him. I really need my alone time, as I have autism. How can I make this relationship work? Edit. I love him a lot. We go on dates. He supports me, loves me, accepts me. He makes time for me. My family and him get along really well. He's doing a great job at working on himself for the relationship. The sex is great, and I wouldn't want to miss his sense of humor for the world. The reason why he does it is because he's afraid that I'll leave him, gradually text, hang out less, until we never speak to each other again. I've never cheated, but he's afraid I'll find someone else. This relationship isn't healthy in any sense of the word. It's controlling and manipulative. He's not asking for love at this point either. He's demanding constant proof you exist for him. That's not a partner. That's someone who thinks he owns you. You're not his emotional support animal. You shouldn't have to send daily check-ins, sexy pics, and be available 24/7 just so he doesn't spiral. That's his problem. Stop trying to fix this. You're already doing everything, and it's still not enough to him. You could set yourself on fire to keep him warm, and he'd still complain you didn't use the right match. This is not normal. Do not continue to allow him to treat you like this. What does he do for you besides giving you a hard time about everything? He apologized about his behavior when you went to your parents' house? Do you think it's acceptable for him to lash out, treat you poorly because you visit your parents? This is giving time to find a new boyfriend. Put yourself first. Don't engage with his BS. This guy is super dependent on constant reassurance, and people like this will emotionally exhaust you. When they are this needy, it leaves no room for you. It's always about them. I was in a relationship like this, and I spent most of my time reassuring him and building him up that I cared, but it left no room for my feelings. If I had a good or bad day, it never mattered, and it always turned into making it all about him. And eventually, I got fed up and just exhausted with him and blew up. Of course, that turned into the whole "I didn't live him" song and dance, but at that point, I didn't anymore. Dependent people like this will suck the joy out of life. Because of your autism, maybe he can be more helpful in this by being proactive. He could initiate the texts he needs to feel reassured in this relationship, if this is an anxious attachment style. My wife is on the autism spectrum and needs to take other medications, but alarm-like reminders begin to lose their significance after a week. So I have alarms sent to my phone to text her to remind her. But I need to vary my texts, otherwise they too begin to lose their significance, as they too bleed into the background noise she has to sift through on the daily. So I can appreciate how difficult his simple request for daily reassurance can be so difficult for you. I hope this somehow helps. Good luck. You two have entirely different communication styles and needs. You need space, while he can never respect that because he has anxious attachment problems. You'll be burnt out and resent him before you know it's happening. Here's the main thing I see, though. You're trying to compromise and be emotionally mature by attempting to meet his needs while sacrificing your own, not seeing the same energy from him. He needs therapy, education, and time before he's ready for a serious commitment. Maybe a couple more breakups too, so he can learn resilience and how to be comfortable on his own. Hey, I don't want to make any assumptions about your experience here. I've heard that autistic people can be vulnerable to gaslighting and manipulation because they often have the experience of people teaching them to perform social expectations that don't come naturally. What I'm saying is, you don't have to do anything you don't feel like doing. Ever. Also, you should be very careful as you leave this relationship. People who engage in coercive control are extremely dangerous.